All right. It's time for our Golden Globe-winning cultural correspondent, Michael Knowles, who is going to report he's reporting from Christmas, I believe, from Christmas Central. Is he? I can't see him. Do we have him? Bring him. There he is. Hey, what a sweater. What a...
I just pulled it out of my closet.
You're the old... Yeah, go ahead.
Well, actually, the little Drew on my sweater is actually wearing a sweater with a little Drew on the sweater. I don't know if you can catch that.
I had a nightmare like this once. It just went on forever, right?
That's right.
You have to say where you got this sweater. This is an amazing sweater.
It is incredible. I saw it. I wanted to buy it as a prop. A make-your-own ugly Christmas sweater, but I don't have any artistic talent. So I decided to bring the whole kit in to the only person who does any work around the Daily Wire, Cynthia Angulo.
Oh man,
the artist.
She is the Daily Wire.
That's right,
yeah.
and I asked her to do it. I come in, she's working on it on her lunch break. She spent hours on this sweater, and I think really to great effect because we'll get a day of laughs out of it. So I think it's a good use of Cynthia's
Well,
time.
you brought it to my world famous Christmas tree
that is true.
party. So
the best party of the season.
The best party of the season. All right, we wanted to talk about the war on Christmas.
Yes.
This comes up every year, and every year the left tells us that we're out of our minds, we're being silly, there is no war on Christmas. So we sent you out into the field, into Christmas, to find out if in fact it is under siege.
That's right. Coming to you live from Christmas.
Yes.
They always gaslight us on this. The very people who are clearly the ones changing the tradition and changing the culture of a Christmas culture to this generic, boring, clinical holiday sort of culture are the ones gaslighting us and telling us that we're the ones creating the trouble. And the latest uproar is coming out of Texas because a middle school administrator in Texas put up a little display of Linus and a display from the Charlie Brown Christmas special. Of Linus from the Charlie Brown Christmas special. He had to take it down because of agitators about the separation of church and state.
Really? Have they run out of tar and feathers in Texas?
That's right. Yeah, I didn't know this was a big deal in Texas.
Yeah.
And, across the country there are Christmas trees have become holiday trees.
Right.
And we got our Starbucks cups back,
So
last
that was a
year.
victory. That was an actual victory in the war on Christmas.
A slight victory in the war on Christmas.
Okay.
They, and what's so offensive about it isn't that it's, no one's asking for the creche or the nativity scene, on the Starbucks cup. But if the little Christmas tree lights are so offensive to you, if you have enough time to be outraged by the Christmas tree lights, get a job or a hobby or something, get a life,
And you go into stores now and nobody says Merry Christmas. They say Happy Holidays.
That's right. The way that you know that the war on Christmas does exist is go down the street or into a store or something and first of all, see if you ever hear Merry Christmas. You won't. Right. But say Merry Christmas and notice the reaction. It is shock and dismay,
You've said something rude, basically.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the question is that why do people say Happy Holidays if there's really only one major holiday at that time? People might say, well, there's Hanukkah. But Hanukkah is a holiday that really only came into fashion as we know it today in the mid-19th century. Before that, it was the miracle of finding oil in the Middle East, which might be a minor miracle.
That's a minor, yeah.
But it was actually, there's a good story on NPR, another fake news site, about this, which is that Hanukkah in its present form was developed by a rabbi in Cincinnati in the mid to late 19th century. And it was a response to a increased commercialized Christmas.
And it was to keep Jewish kids from envying Christmas, basically.
That's right. I mean, Christmas is the best. You get to wear
sweaters
like this.
So,
I don't begrudge anybody their version of Christmas.
So what about Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa, yes. Merry Kwanzaa. Do you have your Kwanzaa bush out yet?
I do have my Kwanzaa bush. I set it on fire. I just wanted to see if it would burn and remain intact.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Kwanzaa is actually the most ridiculous one. Kwanzaa was invented in 1966 by a convict, by a criminal named Maulana Karenga, who was an African-American studies professor at Cal State Long Beach.
Okay.
And it was founded as a Pan-African-American socialist holiday. But the word Kwanzaa derives from Swahili, which is actually on the wrong coast of Africa. All of the transatlantic slave trade took place on the west coast of Africa, where they do not speak Swahili. And actually, Maulana Karenga went to jail for torturing 2 women, forcing them to strip naked and torturing them with electrical cords and a hot soldering
What?
iron. That's right.
Wait, they send you to jail for that? Uh-oh. No. Wait a minute.
Get a head start. I'll finish the show.
Wait. The guy who invented Kwanzaa, I did not know this. The guy who invented Kwanzaa was sent to prison for torturing women with a solder iron?
That's right. I actually think the more shocking thing is he's a African-American studies professor at a small college in California.
Well, that was suspect right there.
That's right.
So do they have like a little creche with like a solder iron or something? Is that how you...
I haven't delved nearly deeply enough into those traditions, but one wonders.
So is this something that happens from time to time, or do people wage war on? I mean, Christmas is a big deal, like you said. It's a very, very powerful thing. It has some pagan roots, which I approve of, by the way. I think Christians should take over good festivals and make them Christian festivals. I think that's a terrific thing. But people, I mean, the Protestants have always been a little bit wary of Christmas as opposed to Catholics. But what about like real war on Christmas stuff?
That's right. I mean, the first war on Christmas was even our ancestors, the Puritans,
right,
who thought Christmas was too much popery and
too
Anglicanism,
much fun.
The who was it? H.L. Mencken said that Puritanism is the haunting fear that somewhere somebody is happy.
Yeah, that's having a good time, right?
But yeah, that, I sort of see the reasons for that war on Christmas is they want to make it more Christian.
Right.
But there have been 4 major groups in modern history that have waged a war against Christmas to make it less Christian or to make it non-existent. These are people who have tried to either ban Christmas or subvert all of its traditions.
Okay, 4 groups.
The French revolutionaries, the French revolutionary terrorists, the Soviet communists, Nazis, and Democrats.
That sounds about right.
It's fitting company. It's all of a piece.
All right. Well, listen, keep your head down. I don't want you to get shot in the crossfire in the war on Christmas.
I'll keep my head down and your head down.
And keep my head and my little head down.
And your little head down, too.
All right. Thanks. Michael Knowles, our global, what is it, a Golden Globe Award winning.
And Nobel Prize.
And Nobel Prize winning cultural correspondent. Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate it.